enough, that just means that his mutas are just going to be so much more deadly. He's got 5 mutas on the way already, and it forces him to put the lair down at his expansion, and you can just morph a second overseer and just really almost win the game like that. Interesting choice by NEXShine here, going for the overlords. So this is probably going to block ice, so that's going to be very effective. He should have been thinking the timing was good. Right now I put NEXShine definitely in front. He's got these overlords. He's going to force a retreat, and these roaches, I would assume, are just going to sit there with the door closed. They're the gatekeepers, and he's trying to mine at this expansion, throwing down some spore crawlers. Needs extra queens, but his resources have just been thrown into these zerglings, which are going to run around the back. And now this is an interesting choice. Now you'll note that this is pre-patch 1.1, so this is no rocks here. In 1.1 there are rocks there. These mutas trying to harass right now, trying to get away from this queen, while we are seeing these zerglings moving into position. The banelings are there as well. Here are the mutas picking up on this. Good reaction time by NEXShine. He's going to work on these. The banelings are basically obligated to go and waste themselves on these roaches. You know, you see this great positioning here. Going to do next to no damage to these roaches. Not even... Okay, they took out 2 roaches. For the amount of banelings he had, that's terrible. Going to deny the expansion. Not bad for ice there. Muta's being pulled back to try and deal with his zerglings. He was a little bit worried about a bust-in, but he shouldn't be with this many roaches. Those roaches are fine. Constantly throwing down spore crawlers at both locations. Now, even though ice is still behind in terms of just getting his lair right now, would like to see this overseer being a little bit more proactive and denying that, because it can be super annoying. And these mutas are being left for dust as this constant harassment by these zerglings. Are we going to see another attempted expansion deny? He will probably just ignore these roaches and go for the expansion deny. Yes, no, he's going to go for this round on the roaches. Don't like this. The mutas are going to come and join in very shortly. His base was wide open. He could have gone for a base run by there, but he's going to wipe out all the roaches. This is interesting. That +1 attack upgrade really kicking in there, especially against 0-0 roaches. Now he's going to try and go for the expansion. No, he realizes he's going to get basically killed off by these mutas. Got to be careful now, because he's effectively surrendered map control with those zerglings, and he has a lot of out-of-position overlords. Just checking around with them. One more splash damage is going to kill all of these zerglings. Only 3 left. Don't like the reverse of direction there. But very nice from ice. By constantly sending these zerglings away, he's using it to buy time for another group of zerglings going in the other side. So, well, okay, no, he turned around, showing a little bit of indecision. Lots of spore crawlers. Going to be able to pick off this baneling nest, though, and that's very nice. That's what you want to do. Waste some transfusion. Is he going to transfuse? It looks like he's just going to let it die. And this can be really annoying to deal with. He's going to have to throw down another spore crawler. Meanwhile, we are seeing these zerglings have done the run by, trying to stop this expansion. Now, if ice can get this down for the loss of these zerglings, this is fantastic. Mutas are coming back. It looks like he will get the expansion. Now he needs to run these zerglings away. No, they're just going to die. But right now, he is forcing NEXShine to one base for a way long time. And now ice has his lair online. He has lots of defense. That's the interesting fact from having all these spore crawlers, is that you can feel pretty safe attacking. You can send units out if you don't feel like you have to defend, and you kind of force your opponent to either get a critical mass of mutas, so many mutas that he can just ignore spores, or force them to go ground. Nice choice here by NEXShine. After those 2 denies, he realized he needs to catch up, so he's going for a double expand. And the good thing is here, he can most likely defend at least one of these and get one of them online. Constantly scouting with this overseer, trying to pick up exactly what's going on. And we are seeing spine crawlers now, so a little bit of defense going on. Here's the problem with Desert Oasis, though. This overseer's days are numbered if he goes in there, because those spore crawlers are going to rain on your parade, buddy. Constantly sending in these zerglings to try and harass. Just always trying to harass this expansion right here. Muta's coming in to deny it, though. Will he go for the cancel? No, he goes for the drones. Needs to run for it. Should not lose this many zerglings to this many mutalisks. And he is aware of these expansions now. If we just have a little look, ice is not aware of this right-hand side expansion. He's aware of one of them. So scouting slipping a little bit there, but that's because the mutas are cleaning up these stray overlords. This overseer is somehow still alive. I do not know how. This is like the magic overseer. Looks really weird with all those eyes. But right now, ice has played himself in a pretty good position. Got to be careful though, because once NEXShine's economy starts to kick in, he will be able to catch up quite heavily, and right now he's just harassing with these zerglings while he gets out Infesta Hydra, which can be a really nice combo. You can get Roach Hydra Infesta, but if he's going to go for that, he needs to close all this creep and start extending creep towards NEXShine's base. Now you'll note that NEXShine is not interested in extending creep right now because he's using highly mobile Mutalisks basically is the bread and butter of his army, so he doesn't want to sped creep and assist his opponent in getting to his base faster, so he's just going to stick with his current creep. Run incoming here, will he get the queen? Nice recovery by NEXShine, going to wall off again with drones against that queen, got to save that queen. Looking like the Zerglings may get it though, that is a big loss if he can get that queen. No! The queen lives with 4 hit points, it's the Mondo queen, saved by this little penguin over here. Now, we are seeing still this decent flock of mutas for NEXShine. I would be shocked if he doesn't try and do something with them soon, but he's got to be really careful with these infestors. Infestors, we're seeing more use of these more and more in Zerg vs Zerg, because if you get a group of Mutalisks and you get a nice fungal off on them, you can lock them there, get your Hydras in, and then that's going to be GG, especially if you can get a big clump, because you can just constantly fungal, especially with 4 infestors. Throw in some Hydras and you will clean that up so nicely. But right now, NEXShine sitting on 3 bases, and we're looking at the half-star count. It's 47 over 44. So Ice's early advantage slipping a little bit there. Higher mineral production coming on for NEXShine because his saturation is a little bit better. But both players just continue to build units. Lots of Zerglings being relied on by Ice. Now he's starting to spread a little bit of creep, realizing he needs that mobility. These Overlords are in serious danger to all these Mutalisks. These Mutalisks are going to be like, it's an Overlord breakfast right here, and they're just totally going to munch on it. Taking out a second one. Overlord speed is not going to save you. Forcing these units out of position, which is good. Isis was thinking about strong pointing to the left-hand side, trying to control these golds. But right now, NEXShine is just looking really, really good. He's got his 3rd base up. He's operational. But Ice has now got his 3rd online. So he's got to be a little bit careful here. It's just constantly